It is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan, and we are here for early morning Qigong. I have some lighting issues. I got some bulbs that haven't arrived yet, so my apologies if the lighting isn't as great as it could be, should be. I'm crossing my fingers that the delivery will actually show up today. We all have, I don't blame anybody for it, it's just annoying when stuff happens that is unexpected. So when they send me a notice that said, yeah, I'm ragging on this, I'm gonna finish my thought and then I'm gonna stop. When they send me a notice that says everything has shipped, right, and I get one box that says, here's all your stuff, and it's not all my stuff, I get kind of annoyed. And yes, I did let them know about it. So, we're not here for me to talk about that. I'm merely apologizing for the lighting this morning. It'll be better tomorrow. And we want to practice Wudang Qigong. One of the things is, since I'm talking, I'm going to keep talking for a second. One of the things that I'm doing, and I spoke about this a little bit yesterday in my Tai Chi session, I'm going to be changing around some things just a little bit. My goal is to kind of speed up what I'm doing, and also to provide a little bit better structure around the teaching aspect. So this is Qigong practice, right? We're here to practice. How do you practice something you don't know? Well, you follow along. I try and make it easy. But at some point, if you're going to continue practicing, you kind of want to know what you're doing, right? So my building all of that into each and every lesson is just not feasible. It's a layered process. You learn something and you can learn something else, and that enables you to learn something else. So there are, for lack of a better word, there are some dependencies. What I want to do is put that into a little bit better structure so that as we're practicing, it would be possible for somebody to go online and say, oh, these are the details that I need to know to practice this correctly. And then I'm also going to move to create some additional teaching videos that will be very much similar to the ones I created a couple of years ago, but with just a little bit different approach to make it, I hope, easier to learn and easier to follow. So our first exercise, we're going to do 4 today. 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the way. Yes, we are. All right. So we have 4 I'm going to do 8 exercises for these sessions. Okay. So real quickly, first exercise, 1, 2. Second exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4. Third exercise, pull up, press down, up along the sides, down along the sides, up and down. 4. Turn and open. Now, turn, open, and down. Okay. So, extreme emptiness, pushing the mountain, wild goose flying, diagonal flying, Aufregung, diagonal, Auf, fade, flying, right? So you're still We still have this flying idea, but now we're just changing direction. So we're going to work on these 4 this morning. First exercise, beginning with extreme emptiness. Ladies, right hand on the outside. Gentlemen, left hand on the outside. As you breathe in, pull up from the lower Tantian to the middle Tantian. As you breathe out, press down. Breathe in 6 times. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2. And breathe in one more time. Pull up to the middle Tantian. Both hands separate at the chest. Press down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels slightly and drop. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2. 3. Yes, I left this out of the last one. I did. 4. 5. 6. 5. Did it again, didn't I? Both hands up and down along both sides. Press down and pull up through the crown of the head. Drop the heels. Wagu spine. Hoof 2. 4. 5. 6. And press down. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and drop. Auf Egel. turn. Up and down. Shift, turn, up and down. Center, and turn, up and down. Come center and turn, up and down. Center, three, four, five, and last one, six, center, rest down, breathe in again, hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels, and drop. Stay there. Breathe. And relax. Shen, Shen would like me to take her outside, and she would like to have gone about 20 minutes ago, actually, but again, that wasn't happening because I'm teaching class, so she's here to let me know that she's still waiting, okay? And she's going to be waiting a minute or two because I want to review a couple of things that we just covered and talk generally about how to practice. Okay. So what we just did here is fundamentally the best way to practice. We have a mostly quiet room, with the exception of the cat that visits from time to time. We have a sense of the rhythm. Okay? Right now, anybody that's watching this and is following along with the breathing pattern, you're using my breathing pattern. Okay? You're using my breathing because if you're following me, you're using my pattern. That's fine. That's actually a good thing. For a lot of people haven't practiced this kind of thing, or nobody ever asked them to pay attention to it. Nobody ever said, hey, you could do this if you wanted. So it's a good thing. But as you practice, what you want to do is develop your own pattern. It needs to have the correct timing so that the breath is well coordinated with the movement. It needs to be full and complete, but you may find that a particular rhythm is a little too slow or a little too quick for you. That's why you practice. You find what's good for you. Okay? So there's sometimes a misconception that goes with some of these exercises that it's the magic bullet. It's all of a sudden I'm going to go learn this. Everything's going to. I'm going to sit down here for a minute because otherwise my head gets cut off. Alright. There's this idea there's a magic bullet that I'm going to learn this in 2 weeks, and I'm going to take one class, and all of a sudden now everything's going to be wonderful, and I'm going to be able to do all of this, and I'm going to be an expert. Or I'm going to read about it, and I'm going to be an expert. No, doesn't work that way. The ability to do certain things is developed through practice. There's no shortcut. There's no, I can do this another way. Trust me, I tried. All right? Practice. It's practice. So, in our practice, 2 things are key. For Qigong, the breath has to be connected with the movement. Everything has to work together. The mind needs to be open to allow the qi to flow through the body. Those 2 things have to be there. All of the other things, how it flows, what you're doing internally, all of that internal workmanship, you need that. But if you don't have these 2 things, if you're not open and you're not coordinated, it's going to be extremely difficult to begin directing the qi. It can't flow, you can't direct it. Okay? So, we're going to talk about these layers. These things must be before you can do this other thing. Before you can do these other things. Learn these first. Connect the breath and the movement. Be open. The body is open, the mind is open, everything open. Okay? Let's practice one more time. The same 4 sets. Just what we just did just now, so we do it again. Feet about shoulder width apart. Hands at your sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Drop the tailbone down, open the back. Pull up through the waist. Hands front. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, pull up and separate. Down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels, and drop. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. last one. 6. Up one more time. Press down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Lower the heels. And breathe in. Up along both sides. Down along both sides. And up. Down. Three. Last time, 6, raise and lower, palms up, press down, raise up through the crown of the head, raise the heels, and watch the jumping cat. Turn. Shin, 9 more. Yeah, I do that on the first one all the time. Yes, I do. I skip that center every time. Let's not do that this time. And return. There it is. Three. And if my cat understood language, she would know 3 means that it's going to be soon that she will be able to go out. And 4. Center. Yeah, she's gonna be the star of this one. And up. Two more. 5. Last time. Center. Down. Up one more time. Down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels slightly, and don't let the cat take your hand, and drop. She's determined. She is very determined. Come here, determined. Hi. And she's purring. She's purring. She's, you know, she's like, okay. There's light outside and there were some birds out there and maybe I could go get some birds or something, you know, because that's what cats do. She doesn't actually catch the birds. She just chases them a little bit, looks at them. They look at her, they chase her. Yeah, they do. All right, so cat was the star this morning. I hope that practice the sets that we just did. This is practice. This is what you would be doing if you were not trying to learn, but simply focusing on those things that you already know how to do. Okay? You can't have one without the other. Alright? But it's important to understand practice methods, right? So if you were in class with me, first part of class, we'd spend a little bit of time reviewing one or another of our practice sets. Review something. And I might add some additional information to that lesson. And then we would practice everything that we've learned up to that point. So this morning was fundamentally a practice of everything we've kind of learned up to this point for these particular moves. Not everything, let me say that again. Everything up to this point. That does not mean that everything has been covered for these. That's why I'm looking at the videos, to see if I can't put something a little bit more structured in place. Working on it. I will be back here tomorrow for early morning Qigong. We'll do a similar practice to what I just did, and then starting next week I'm going to make a couple of little changes. I'll still be here for morning Qigong. We're still going to be practicing, but the way that I'm going to structure things is going to be just a little bit different, and I hope easier to follow. Thanks for coming this morning. Appreciate it.